So we're gonna do a follow-up. Last weekend, you guys watched me take the floor out of this and put in new refractory blocks, reseal the floor, weld some tabs on it, and I said it was gonna be too warm. Well, bad news and good news, it's been cold the last couple days. Yesterday, it went from like 15 degrees to about 4, and then we had 9 below wind chills all night. And then this morning when I woke up and filled it at about 4 o'clock this morning, it was 7 below. It stayed single digits all day. Right now it's about a 3 below wind chill. We're gonna check it out. I filled it last at 4 o'clock this morning. Right now it's 4:45, so we're almost at a 13-hour burn time. Water temp's at 172. Reaction chamber's at 547. So it's either cooled down, we got a fire that's burnt out a little bit, or it just got low and it's kicked on. So let's see what we got. All right, so we still got a chunk of wood in there. We got a nice coal bed. Kind of stir that up here. Oh yeah. I'm gonna shut this up while I get my wood stocked up. Now before, when it was 25 degrees or so, 18 to 25 degrees, I was coming home about 1 o'clock in the afternoon and all my coals would almost be out. And I'd have to stock it back full, and then I would stock it again before bed, and in the morning, same story. So right now we've been in single digit temps. We've made a 13-hour burn, so almost twice as long as what we have been burning, and it's looking good. It's gonna be kind of hard to see me right now because I don't have my lights wired up in here. But one of the things I like to do is go ahead and fill my wheelbarrow up for in the morning when I'm gonna be out here, because I'm out here so early, I just like to get it done. So I don't want to mess around with loading wood. So I go ahead and fill it up and get it ready to put in the morning. And I should do. Now I still feel like I'm putting quite a bit of wood in it. Could be wrong. I am packing it fairly full when I'm getting these 12 and 13-hour burns. But one thing to note is, even though my shop is fairly well insulated with the spray foam, I have a west-facing big overhead door. And yesterday when the wind was blowing, that door was leaking like crazy all around it. And that's gonna let all that cold air in, and the heat exchanger was having troubles keeping up. I mean, I had thermostat set at 65 and it dropped down to about 57 in there. Today it responded as soon as we got some daylight, and it got back up to where it needed to be, but it's ran nonstop. It hasn't shut off once. So burning a lot of wood isn't really that surprising when you have a heat exchanger that's blowing all the heat out of the line like it's supposed to. I had to put my hood up. It's getting cold out here. I guess below zero it should be. But one thing to note is this thing is burning so much cleaner. One of the things I've noticed since I fixed it is there's no more creosote really building up on the walls or on the ceiling of the firebox anymore, and that's surprising. So it's got to be working a little more efficient. Right now, when we look at it, our water is starting to bounce back up. It's 172. Reaction chamber is 958 degrees. It'll get higher. It's obviously coming back up to temperature. But for a few hours work, I'd say we pretty much fixed it. I'm pretty happy with that. There's a couple other things I'd like to do to make the heat exchanger a little bit more efficient in there. I might add a second one into a furnace I have. If you guys want to know about that or watch me install that, post below and I'll definitely do a video over it. But as of right now, I think we're ready to go for winter. At least we had a good outcome. This thing's making it 12 and 13-hour burns. It's keeping things up to temperature. We have a great coal bed now, which I didn't have a coal bed before. Putting those refractory blocks in it and resealing that floor and putting the new fire rope around those blocks definitely was the main problem that I had. Thanks for following this little series on the wood burner. I really appreciate everyone's comments, likes, and follows, the subscriptions, the questions. It's been great. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.